We're on a mission to get into Giant's Deep's core. And maybe, like, discover some other things. But there is a current that blocks us, but we know from the Southern Observatory, depending on which way the cyclone spins, it has a different effect on which way you get pushed. Yeah, if it spins clockwise, then it goes up, but there's a rare one that spins counterclockwise and it pushes you beneath the water. So we just have to take a ship and find one and get there. And then we will get to the probe tracking module and we'll be able to find out what the probe found. And that's going to be very exciting. I mean, unless it found nothing, then it won't be very exciting. But we're going with the assumption that it will be very exciting. And yes, there's still more on Brittle Hollow, but there's a lot of navigating there that I want to have a break from. At some point we'll need to also revisit the shards, the quantum shards on both Timberhearth and Ash Twin, and of course Brambles Untouched still. Well, at least here the landings are much better as long as we hit the water and or something else. So far, all of those looking clockwise. I think that way is anti-clockwise. Let's go. Okay, we have been plunged into the depths. Oops. Okay, we've damaged our electrical systems. So while this allowed us to go under the water, it doesn't yet let us actually enter. Like, it might electrocute us to death. Also, there are those jellyfishes, so I guess they're from here, not from Bramble. Yeah, okay. No entry, but Gabro said he found a way in, or said, or it was in some log or something. So maybe we need to ask him. I think that's what he said. Yeah. Okay, the ocean depths have been added. Yeah, calm beneath the current. Some sort of electrical field surrounds the planet's core. Yeah, that's linked to Gabro's island. There's more to explore. Where did I see about him getting in? Okay, well, let's just find Gabro and see if he knows anything. Because I just recall seeing something that said, oh, I nearly got electrocuted, but I've managed to get there or something. And obviously he's the one here, so he would know. That's not Gabro's island. Is this it? No, that might be something else, but let's explore, because I think I saw the teleport, and no, there's the door as well. So we may be able to find some things here. Oh yeah, it's a statue. Statue workshop. Okay, this door is broken. Did I get distracted? Yes, I did. But it feels like on this planet, if you see something, just go, because they keep being moved and changing locations. But then on the other planets, you have other reasons you need to go to things, because yeah, time is a big factor in exploration here, both because the sun goes and because the planets are affected in ways by the passage of time, so they're going to test the memory statues tonight. Flock says it could be dangerous, so we can't come. But what if we didn't use the door and snuck in the other way? Does anyone want to? Flock specifically told us not to do that. I really want to see the test too, Lamy, but that's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Vlogs will let us see a later test. That there is a other way, not the door. And yes, they built security for the cyclones, where you basically get pulled down so you don't get taken away. Okay, so this is the local teleport. If we were to come here via the teleport on Ash. But yes, what's this other way? Okay, we're not near any of the cyclone safety stations. Okay, can wait here. And yeah, we can watch those stars go supernova. Okay. I fell in the water by accident, but then I had the thought of, oh yeah, what if those islands are floating, what if you could go under them? And indeed, that is the secret way in. I do find a lot of things in this game by accidentally failing. Like, got sucked into the teleporter, I got to see the Tower of Quantum Knowledge because I fell into the black hole right on time. Don't need brains when you got accidents. Okay, more murals. So yeah, the statues transfer to the masks, transfer back to the person who transfers to the statue. That's how this works, yeah? So that's the statue here. Yarrow, would you kindly step back so Daz is closest to the statue? When pairing, the statue will choose whoever is closest proximity. See how its eyes have opened? That tells us the statue has paired with Daz. Now, no matter where he is in the star system, Daz's statue will record his memories and send them to the Ash Twin project. This is extraordinary sculpting work, Blocks. He has outdone himself again, hasn't he? And now that we have our first successful pairing, we can test my memory storage prototype. Each statue will send a single Nomai's memories to his or her own storage unit within Ash Twin. Each storage unit will be equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which means be able to send those stored memories back to the corresponding Nomai. Yeah, so that's how it works. But what is the significance then of the Nomai wearing masks? Because obviously that's different than the masks that were mounted in the Ash Twin projects. But also the number of masks in the Ash Twin project was fairly low. Like, is that just representative like of the few people that we're supposed to keep track of? Or only they had the memory stored for some reason, like they weren't doing it for the whole population? I've installed the mask inside the Ash Twin project logs. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. Yeah, we've read that, but we need to go through this on this side as well. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds, otherwise I imagine the experience will be hard to endure. Ideally, they will only need to activate once the project succeeds. As a safety measure, however, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin project, the statues and their mask will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it will be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Yes, so the project triggers and some of us end up having our memories synced. There's more to understand about why the project trigger. Like, because I spent so much time on the Hourglass Twins, they seem to have pretty low gravity to them, so I've got used to like just using my jetpack to climb quite well. But on those other planets, yeah, the gravity is much stronger, and therefore the jetpack is not as useful to easily travel all over the place. Like, how do we climb there? Do we need to wait for a cyclone to lift us up in order to read that bit? Okay. Go, go, go. And then... What was that? Did I just get crushed by the island dropping down? Well, that's unfortunate, because yeah, that means I have to go back there to read that bit of text. Okay, yeah, that's the statue island, statue workshop. Yeah, and that's connected to the Ash Twin project. Interestingly, it doesn't say I'm missing something there, so if I see the island, I might go there and read it, but maybe that's an information we don't critically need, just extra lore. Okay, let's look for Gabro's Island again. That's his ship, but yeah, everything moves here, so doesn't mean he's nearby. There he is. You can tell by the campfires. That's his campfire up there, and he's just chilling here. Hey yo, time buddy. It's a good thing I never get bored of rain, huh? I like his hat. Giant deep, massive and mostly water, no surprises. Oh, okay, so he tried things to get past the current. Okay, where did I see the thing about someone getting past to the core? Because I need that. But then, if it's not one of the people we have access to, how would we question them about it? Oh, it was Feldspar that did it. And isn't Feldspar missing? So we can only ask about it when we find them, which I guess is the whole thing, because what the probe tracking module found, or like what the probe found and it's in the tracking module, that sounds like important info for the game. So we're not gonna get that easy. So we still have Sand Station that we need to teleport to somehow. The Black Hole Forge that also needs teleports. Yeah, there's still things to find in Hanging City, but we need to go there at the start. Well, is it then Dark Bramble time? I've obviously only tried it once, and the way that went was the fish ate me. And the new information we have about it is that the fish are blind, so I guess if you can be quiet, they can't get you? Okay. Entering Dark Bramble again. So one of the lights is red. And that's the harmonica. So, because they were talking about like, oh, I can hear that harmonica back or timber harp even though this person's missing. Is it because of the bramble seed that landed there? Because they're actually here, but the seed and Dark Bramble are connected. I'm just kind of slowly moving through the space, hoping that if I don't push my engines too much, the fishes won't hear me. Because those fish definitely don't fear me. It appears to be coming from there. It's like a node inside. Is there another universe inside this universe? Inside this universe? Yes, there's more lights in there. More fishes, more universes. It's like flying so slowly when I know we're on a timer, but I'm scared of the fish. Okay, 50 meters. There's now multiple signals that direction. But now it's 700 meters again. There's some weird cycles. And now it's going straight towards a light, which worries me because fishes are a problem. It's just another one of those nodes. No, it's some sort of flower dot. It's like the seed, but you can't go inside the seed. Okay. So it can go inside the seed. And there's duplicate signal, and that's... Actually, that looked like there was a camp in the dead fish. And that's the same thing we saw when we shot the scout into the seat at Timber Harp. So, yes, is this person just trapped in this space between? But how do we get in it? Okay. I don't know, and we can't go in there like as a person because it just punctures our suit. So the other thing to look for here is the distress beacon. Yeah, the scout is now there and here. So actually, can we follow this? Because yeah, finding the distress signal would mean we can find the other escape pod. But yes, when we go through those nodes, we just kind of travel through dimensions. Like this all loops and duplicates. Oh, there it is. Okay, pretty sure this fish is dead. Somewhat good enough. Hello. Whoa! Where'd you come from? No one came here in, well, ever actually. That makes you the second Hardian to ever reach Dark Bramble after me, of course. Well done. Besides, they made you an astronaut? And you haven't blown yourself up yet? Good for you. Actually, I've blown myself up multiple times. You just don't know it yet. Feldspar, you're alive! You never were the brightest hatchling, were you? Yeah, that's right, I'm alive. Been camping out here since my ship, crashed violently. Wait, what? Oh, this is a good story. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep and needed a new challenge. And none of us had ever been inside Dark Bramble, so I think, hey, let's give it a try. I've been cruising around for a while, dodging the old massive interdimensional vine bristling with thorns, when I ran into this huge anglerfish, the biggest I've ever seen. I pulled a few stunts, tried to shake the thing off, nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine and... well, like I said, I crashed. Blammo! On impact, my ship started making noises, like it's coming apart from the inside, and I think, well, that ain't great. Sure enough, I barely get out of here before the electrical system starts sparking like crazy. It's either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and the poor friend's ship, and my poor fried ship. I camped out near where I crashed at first. I found the skeleton later, great find. But I've been stupid not to use it. So I moved my setup over here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since. Those trees must grow really fast. Wow. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, that's how it all went down, hatchling. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy the fire a while. Or don't, fire's not going anywhere. Yeah, but I want to know, how do you get the core? How do you do it? Giant's Deep core, huh? That's a wild one. But since you're asking, I gotta assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet, right? If I tell you how, it kinda feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into, yep. If I were you, I'd go take a walk and see where it ends. You'll want to go to the tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here and look for a flickering light in the fog. That'd be my old ship. Path starts there. Okay, there is so much more I want to talk to you about, but I am aware of time, and therefore I may just do that, and maybe next time. Should I have taken my ship, or is it okay to just do this? Because yeah, that guy's got some stories and some knowledge. Okay, so that's the ship. So we can't go inside and just raid the computer. But the path starts. Jeez. I got zapped. I guess we had to use our jetpack because our ship wouldn't fit there. Where are we now? Are we on Giant's Deep? No, we're still on Dark Bramble. But now there's gravity and not foggy. So what does that mean? Or what is this place? Ooh, jellyfish. We've seen them on Giant's Deep. Trip 4, entry, I'm gonna say not 1. Crash is free, boring crash is 0, a personal best. Whoa, I never thought I'd see one of those beasties outside of Giant's Deep. They were awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here too. Ugh, this thing tastes terrible. The outside is all rubbery and tough. Maybe that's because it insulates the jellyfish insides from getting zapped by electricity. Right, I'm going inside of this jellyfish interior cavity to see what's in there that tastes any better. Okay, so you're saying I gotta go in the jellyfish, and that's how I get inside, because they're kind of not, they're not zappy, unlike most jellyfish. Note to Feldspar, do not eat this even if you are dying. It would be too sad if this was the last thing you ever ate in this life. I guess those jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love, Feldspar. Okay, that is the answer then. You need to somehow go in a jellyfish. But then what? Are the jellyfishes going in and we just have to ride one? Or do we have to like wear one like a puppet? And that's how we get in. Okay, well, I guess that gives us that. Now, yeah, what about the stress beacon? We're supposed to be having the other ship, but I guess let's leave this space first, and then when we're at our ship, we can consider finding other things. So yeah, I actually made it to Dark Glamour this time and I didn't get eaten by a fish, so yay me. Okay, we're back to the weird space. Hopefully we can find our way back. But here we're not getting the distress beacon signal anymore. So do we need to be back there to look for it? So now I'm like low on fuel and oxygen, so I found the frozen jellyfish. So the old thing's still there, isn't it? That's where I first camped out after the crash. You know, it was pretty cozy inside. It does lack the structural integrity, an indomitable spirit of a camp made in the shelter of the very bones of the species that try to eat you, I suppose. Still very cozy. Shouldn't I tell ground control to come get you? Yeah, well, yeah, sure, whenever you have the time. Frankly, I kinda like it here, quiet, peaceful-ish. You're a little young to understand, but it's a lot of pressure being the best that ever was. Been nice to have a break. Has the sun gone? But if we're in this interdimensional space, are we protected from the sun? Or no, or does it destroy the internal universe as well? Well, let's have a marshmallow. So, options now. Giant Deep and ride the jellyfish, or Bramble and try to find the distress beacon. I am thinking Bramble find the distress beacon first. If we can, see if we can. And we can go to Giant's Deep later. I mean, I should probably tell someone they're there, but at the same time it feels like nothing's gonna happen because obviously the cycle was gonna stop any rescue mission and then I will just have to continue to tell them for no reason. Okay, so we're definitely getting this distress beacon from there. But then it stops? No, it's there. Okay, so once again, just slowly sneak about, hoping no fishes notice us. The light has vanished. Okay, that's the node. Okay, down there. If down even has any relevance to what is happening here. Oh, that's floating towards us. But this is not a fish, that's just like a floating element. As if navigating this wasn't hard enough. I don't think I'm seeing something that looks like one of the escape pods. But that's still not the vessel. I wonder how we find the vessel, right? Because we have to have some sort of signal that we can follow in order to find it here. Like, there's no way we can just stumble upon it. Okay, don't go anywhere, ship. Ah. Hopefully it won't like float away too much. Yep, here it is. Just caught on the spike. Yep, escape pod free distress beacon. Our escape pod crashed as we tried to flee this place, destroying our movement and communication capabilities in the process. We've held out as long as we could here, but this pod's supply of breathable air is nearly depleted, and the anglerfish attack more and more frequently. Our best chance at survival is to return to the vessel, to either repair the damage or more probably await rescue. Seka, is this message finished? The vessel's beacon is already growing fainter. It will be gone in a matter of hours. We need to leave here quickly. Okay, so there is, yeah, the signal from the vessel. We just have to find out what it is. Get the frequency. Okay, more status messages. Escape pod free, vessel has been mortally injured, emergency sequence activated, awaiting departure from vessel. Launching. Multiple collisions have altered pod's trajectory, significant damage to pod detected. Navigation error, life support error, propulsion error. Scanning external environment, scan complete, gravity not detected, breathable air not detected. Multiple life forms detected, potentially hostile, do not exit pod. Well, I guess they had no choice, because they were running out. There's a new problem. Our equipment is detecting two distinct beacons from the vessel, but it isn't possible for the vessel to be in two different locations at the same time, where in here, things are possible. I agree, but the beacons are exactly identical to each other. Perhaps if I had more time. We're nearly out of time already, then. The vessel's beacon is quickly fading, so it will be gone and we'll be lost. We will follow the beacon whose source is nearest to us. But suppose that beacon is false. We likely don't have enough air to reach the further of the two beacons then. The decision is made for us. We'll leave a trail of lights as we go. There's still a chance someone could hear our escape pod's distress signal. Okay, trail of lights. I mean, we saw a lot of lights, but... is that the lights? Okay, well, I think I want my ship for that. Because that seems like it's quite far. Okay, so we can't follow the signal, but we can see the lights. Okay, down here. Still slowly, quietly, to not attract any fishes. Okay, another seed knot, but surrounded by things. Oh, it's them. They followed the closer signal, but that just led them to the weird seed knot, and that meant they didn't have any way to get to the ship. So they all died. Yeah, they were just all here. Didn't have any more air and couldn't go anywhere else. But then how do we get the signal for the vessel? To any who come here searching for us, we followed one of the two beacons from the vessel to this place, but now can go no further. It's almost too faint to hear now, but the vessel's beacon is still faintly emitting from within this thorny seed. Yet the opening is too small for even a single nomai to fit through, so our escape pod couldn't have flown through here. I don't understand how this could be possible, but this gruesome place seems able to manipulate space itself. Maybe this was our undoing. To be so close to the location of the vessel and still so far, it's difficult. Worse, the vessel's beacon is dying soon. We will be unable to hear it. There's nothing we can do now but try to perhaps find a way inside, or at least attempt to comprehend why this happened. My dearest hope is that the other escape pods were able to reach relative safety. Yeah, I mean, the other pods at least landed and they seem to live for generations after they built their own civilization. At least for a while here. Okay, well, we can shoot a scout in to track where it's coming from. Okay, there's something there, and it looks potentially similar to the picture of the vessel we saw on some of the paintings. So yeah, if we track the other signal, we can get to the vessel maybe. At the red light. Okay, very carefully. No fishes, please. I don't want any fishes. Okay, yeah, we get another knot here. This one's red. Red means scary. Can we hear anything? Not right now, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All the fishes. All the fishes. Okay. Well, I guess there is no other way but through them. But they can hear us. So how do we avoid them? Do we just float? No engines? No anything? They're not here now. So do the knots take us to different places every time we go through? Because now... yeah, one is in the red thing, but one is over there. Like, can we get to it through some other means that mean we don't end up with the fishes? Or is that where we're always gonna be in the end? We just travel through more nodes. Yeah, I think we have to go in the red one. And that's a problem. Because fishes... okay, because yeah, this is the one with the spinning chunk. So we're back to where the distress beacon was. So we have to go to the red one. And we have to get past the fishes. But yes, even adjusting our heading makes little noise. So I'm not sure how we can travel through without making a single sound. Yep, straight in the fish. Okay, well that's gonna be an interesting one. Because they are just at the entrance, so as soon as I get in there, they just come for me. But the only info we have about them is that they're blind. So that would imply you have to be quiet. To me, at least. But that is beyond be quiet, because as soon as we enter, they just go for us. Okay, found this camp, found the jellyfish, and found the escape pod 3, and found the Know My Grave. And that leads to the vessel. Yeah, there is the ship, but when we go there, the fishes get angry. So what's next on our little journey? Is it Giant's Deep and the pod? Because now we know we need the fishes. Like, there's still options to be going back to Ash Twin and trying some of the teleporters I couldn't get, but that feels like a much later job. Okay, we gotta find that reverse cyclone, and then we gotta find the jellyfish. Like, we saw a couple when we were down there. Okay, there's one. Okay, Okay. There are some jellyfishes. But yeah, do we just fly into one and wear it as a hat? Nope, they also sting. So how does that work? Do we need a dead one? Or do we have to come from the top? Nope. Oh well, my ship exploded. Because I guess the damage was too severe. Get in, we're gonna go harass some jellyfishes until they let us in the core of Giant's Deep. That's the plan today. Just jellyfish harassment. We tried from the top. How about we try from the bottom? Ow. 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 Yeah, better fix that before our ship explodes again. Like, I don't know what the answer is because like, it was like, oh yeah, you need to get the jellyfish. I'm like, okay. But here they just zap us, like, and I don't think we can get a dead one. Okay, oh, that felt like we were getting in, but it's very fragile. Like, you have to be very center. Something else is beeping. Yep. Okay, not this time. Maybe next time. This is possibly where all of this no flying skills is coming to really bite me. Okay, let's find some jellyfishes to harass until they let us in. But yeah, I don't know if this will work. No. I have to catch them on the way up, I think. Nope, as soon as I'm close enough to like the outer tentacles, it zaps me. But it feels like the inner tentacles are fine, so I just have to like stay in, or maybe because I'm doing it with the ship. The ship is too big, so I just do it myself. Let's maybe try that then. Will I fit in a jellyfish? Carefully. Okay, I'm getting sucked into the jellyfish. So I guess, yeah, I can be in the jellyfish. Trying to do it with my whole ship was the problem. Okay, but how do I know when I'm inside? Is it gonna eject me? Because like, I don't want to come out and find out that I have to go back. Okay, I guess we're still outside because the scout goat zapped. Okay, I think we're coming through the electric field. Okay, are we inside now? I think so. Can we exit? Okay. We are at the core. Looks a bit dark bramble here. A section of the prop launcher. Ah! Just the water getting in. Okay. We got oxygen, we got things. We can look at Ash Twin. Okay, yeah. It's just the mask projections. There's another statue here. And we can read. I have exciting news, Privet. The Ashwin project is also prepared to receive the probe data from the orbital probe cannon. Rami is adding some finishing touches here, but she'll be finished soon. Are you and the orbital probe cannon well? We are. The statue here in the probe tracking module is ready to record each launch flight trajectory and will automatically transmit all relevant data to you. Once the probe determines the location of the eye of the universe, I will send an alert directly to you, Rami. On the other appendage, I'm now worried about this cannon's structural integrity and its crew moral integrity. Yeah, some of them were quite eager to be a bit reckless. Imagine, Privet, the probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. I am honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Fret not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire the probe once. Anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe's cannon structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Mallow. I would mind because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Yes, about that. Okay, to the ceiling we go. Because here, hopefully this thing lets us see. Okay. Receiving data from probe 9318089. Visualizing current trajectory of probe. Okay, yeah, it's like very far out and out of the solar system now. Okay. We're getting lots of data. Lots of data. So much data. Retrieving previous launch data from Ashtwin. Yeah, so that's how it works. They launch the probe and then they launch the probe and then they launch the probe. And it's just the one probe, but it cycles. So that's what the time cycle is for. So to let them record all of the probes without basically using any extra time. Yeah, total number of probes launched 9,380,089. So yeah, they were going to use 22 minutes to launch the probe millions of times until it found something. Deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the eye of the universe found by probe 9,318,054. But then, why we still got 89? We didn't stop when we found the thing? What's this? Retrieving stored coordinates from Ashtwin. Displaying coordinates for the eye of the universe. Okay, that's the coordinates. Hopefully we know how to interpret that. Okay, so we now know where the eye is. But that doesn't really help us as such, right? Because we can't go there by normal means. We have to use the quantum moon.